But why doesn't it come?
So I think it comes down to people not being open to work with people. Um, so today I saw
Okay.
Celeste Mitchell post. Yeah, I'm gonna name names. Like this is the danger zone, right? So I'll start naming names from now onwards. I'm not gonna be afraid to voice my opinion as I see it, man. So Celeste Mitchell made a status. She said something about check just quickly.
Yes. Fact
Um,
check, please.
yeah, fact check. We don't want to be. I need that breakthrough to happen soon. I don't know how much more of the situation I can take. And then I think that was the status, and she said something about some of you have family that supports. Like basically she was saying like love them for that. You know what I mean? Be grateful for that. So um, I told her I feel you on this because I agree. Like you saw my mom; she's very supportive of
Mm.
me, man.
Mm.
So I am grateful for that personally, but I also think that the junk part for me now is with creatives is um and with the reason why I bring her up is she's got Revolution Studios. I've got KWAAI Media. I've tried to go back and forth with her, trying to work on something, and I'm sure a lot of other people have, and I'm sure like with what you're trying to do with Three Crowns Media, Three Crowns Studios, sorry, is that you're trying to have it branch into something that we're trying to do with KWAAI Media, which is a media house that people can come and do their production in this facility
Mm.
where they could do the music production, the video production, whichever means of creative art we could cater for that. But we need to have a space to have that,
Mm.
man. She has a space. I'm pretty
Mm.
sure she rents that space. I don't know. It's all branded. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So I'm not saying like let's go and work with her. I'm just saying, for example, an individual who has that experience, that much experience in the industry, like she does, right? Knowing I'm trying to reach out to you, if you don't see like my value, then you must not be seeing beyond your personal um, setbacks, man. And when I say
Okay.
setbacks, it comes down to that status that she had because we don't know what the next person is going through in life. We
Mm.
don't know what financial difficulties they have, no? So I can't create an expectation of you to basically be there for me or give me a handout,
Mm.
sort of thing. So that's why I think that there's this big disconnect on um, why a lot of people just don't work together. There's a lot of reasons. It's got you know what I mean. Some of it's ego, some of it's just the time and place, some of it's the money, some of it's all of it.
Hectic. Yeah, yeah, because it brings back to like how people say, and I've noticed that our Cape Town is click based or
Oh
clicky,
yeah,
but I also try to. I'm an optimist, so there's always water in the glass. There's always the silver lining.
mm.
But it comes down to yeah, because she probably has to sustain that place, so she
Oh
can't
yeah.
just give it out all free willy nilly. So and that's understandable. Um, but it just comes down, yeah, it just sucks that we it's so difficult to get a place where we can create um, without some sort of limitations besides the ones we put on ourselves as creatives. But it's always it's been on my heart for years. But I always bring it up when we together and I speak to other
Yeah.
creatives. It's always like, why don't we just have a space to create? And one is sure it's money because like shit, it's expensive. Like
Oh yeah.
everything costs money, electricity, water,
Facts.
equipment, ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have to put all that in factor. But another thing is also comes into mind that I've noticed is just work ethic as well.
Yeah.
Like just regardless of how much you're paying for it. If you say it's this, then do that. If you say you're gonna do something, then do that. If you say
Yeah.
you're gonna be on this time, then be on this time. Leave on this time.
Yeah.
Also, just leave things the way you found it before.
Yeah.
Like that's not a mission. Like our parents taught us to clean up after yourself.
Yeah.
Fucking do it when you're not in that space. Kind
Yeah.
of thing. But I think that's what I'm also noticing, maybe, and that's probably why people are hurt and don't want to work with that because other means work ethic is just horrible.
Yeah, bro.
But I could be wrong.
Nah,
Well,
like you see, that's the thing. It's a vast array of subjects, but it all comes down to one thing: is recognizing all of that
yeah.
and overlooking it, man.
Yeah.
Because if you emotionally wise enough to, or emotionally mature, as they like to say, then you would realize that it's in the best interest for not just yourself, but for the entirety of whatever you're doing, with like if it's rap, right, or whatever you do, like for example, man, like if you work in the field, if you work whatever field you work in, you're gonna need to rely on another department or another like individual, or you know what I mean. There's always there's always a system. Yeah, so it's the same with this. Is like it's unwritten rules, man. That it's like Biggie says, there's rules to this shit, step by step manual. But
Okay. So Katie, so if there's rules and there is a system, so why haven't we come together? Like churches, right? There's a New Apostolic and a Baptist church next to each other. How is that benefiting the community at all? Like it's two churches next to each other in one community. Then you go to the next road, there's another church, New Apostolic. I'm like, how are they? So what I'm trying to say is that why are we all splitting up and not working together for one goal, which is a venue? Because we're talking about, why don't we come together and say, Kiki, I have an X amount, I have this amount, let's put the money together and we're it. Or, sorry, I forgot her name, but she says, I got this space. They're like, okay, cool, can I use it? But I'm going to put towards it, we're going to build. But there's one goal, there's one vision. But we're all taking our own lane, but there's one goal, there's one target that we're all going to shoot for. Like, why haven't we come to that realization, or at least that mindset?
If she watches this and she hears that you forgot the name, she's not going to be happy.
Yeah, that's understandable. We had this conversation, you mentioned someone's name, and I didn't know what you were talking about, and then you explained the person.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's him.
When you thought badass names is badass.
Now you just exposed me there. It's like, I suck with names. Faces, I'm a visual person. I'm not trying to make excuses, but like you greet me, I'm like, okay, but I know your face. I'm gonna forget your name. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's cool. It's a big thing. Like, not to go off topic, but I just had a homie say that he sees this other guy in a different light, because this guy's our manager, and this guy remembered his name. And there's so much other people on the floor, and it's like he only told him his name once, but now he salutes the brother because the guy remembers his name. So yeah, bro. But so I think with this last topic, and we're just using, I hope you understand, it's just an example. This is just for conversational purposes. This is all just for fun. You know what I mean? So we can build together as a community. We're not slandering anyone. We're not trying to speak negatively on anyone. In fact, I do think that the person that we have used as an example is one of the most, or has contributed, probably top 10, I would say, female contributors to Cape Town hip hop. Probably top 5. I don't want to say female. Shit. In the general aspect, she's one of the biggest contributors to Cape Town hip hop. Besides that, bro, I just think that it comes down to people also just being selfish. Sometimes people being greedy, not her, just in general. And not wanting to, like, if you go to them now and you be like, look, Cape Town has this much room for growth. You can go to the mains and you can raise them, Big B, KGM, Young OG, Narrator, King Clutch, all their mains is videos, all their mains that is doing well. And show them all their videos and be like, look how much views these people are getting. Like, let's try and generate hype. Let's try and build a community around them. They're still gonna charge you. Still gonna be like, yo, 4K just to shoot this episode that you are making absolutely no return on. You know what I mean? And the goal for us here is ideally to get sponsored, bro. To ideally, when we have this podcast, this back and forth, when we relaying our opinions on the industry that nobody else is doing, nobody else is discussing. Like, think about it. If we talk about Cape Town hip hop in depth, Danger Zone. Danger Zone is the one. So you got shout out to Ice with the Foot in the Mouth podcast. What's Fib's podcast called? You
No, it's at Nam Thumb podcast.
Yeah?
Nam Thumb podcast.
Nam Thumb, no? Nam Thumb. Yeah, so, and from what I've watched,
that's what it's a Namcast.
Don't
So
worry.
the brand is Nam Thumb and then it's
Okay.
Namcast. That's why I was getting confused. I was like, no,
It's a lot,
Nam Thumb
no?
podcast. Oh, wait.
Don't forget the danger zone.
Nah, I won't forget the thing. I'll probably just go Culture's podcast.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, that's
okay.
cool. That's fine. As
Okay.
long as I know. So what I'm trying to say is like with the Num cast, it's actually a cool name.
Oh wait, these are cool.
Do you see they don't talk about hip hop as in depth as we do, or as I do. With
No,
the Danger Zone.
they do pop culture.
Pop
wait.
culture,
They
right?
do, very sports, news, political.
Like this is
movies.
niche. This is
Yours is
niche.
just yours
You
is
know,
just hip hop.
We besides that, it's niche for what like within hip hop. What it's about because we could talk about Dracula.
Yeah.
You know, no, that's maybe a topic if it's a big topic, and you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. Yes, sorry.
I was like, what? But yeah, man, but it was also that it comes down to just what we're trying to do for Cape Town hip hop or Cape Town in general. It's like we could go to people and we could say this is what we're doing and all that, and they're still gonna charge us. So yeah, it's just by us being able to, but and that's why I do the podcast here where it's free. We make sure the plugs work in there. We gotta make sure the lights there.
Yeah.
Like it might not be the most conducive. I don't want people to come to my house, but when I interview them, I don't want people to know where I live. You already told me you didn't know that that's my family, and I've been trying to keep it like that for the longest
Yeah, but I
time.
didn't know that until I came here as well.
I understand.
Like,
and
I literally I didn't even go, hey, Kausu's mom. I was just like, hi, I'm here for your government name.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, okay, cool. And then she's asked, who am I? I said this, I'm doing this here.
Yeah.
And then the other person that we won't mention, she was just helping me around. But I was like, okay, I didn't know who she was. I don't think she knew who I was.
Was it my sister? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then she asked me for Google. I was like, yeah, okay, cool.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then when you came, I was like, yo, who is these people? And you were like, it's so and so.
Yeah.
Didn't know that from a bar, so.
Like that's cool, bro, and that's why like I would have preferred to have my life to stay separate from music.
Fair enough.
But I make the sacrifice. They make the sacrifice to have me do this.
Yeah.
Because they recognize and this is why I grab my mom. My mom's one of the best, bro. She looks at the Cape Town hip hop scene, bro, and she discusses it with me and she breaks down what I need to do. How I need to look at things because I'll come to her and I'll be like, this because very recently, like yesterday, this bra told me that I'm on. He said, this is his words exactly. Brother, come just message me about that payment now.
Their money for him.
His words were, "These guys are fire. Just watched the culture rap battle on Conflict Battle Rap League Cape Town and actually felt proud to be colored. I don't really like that guy, but I have to acknowledge these guys are super talented, world-class wordsmiths. Like, I don't really like that guy. Like, that part there where he said that, right? I went to my mom and was like, yo, this is so cool that he says this, right? He recognizes me on that, like, level. But then he says, I don't really like that guy, and I don't understand what I did, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand what it is about me.
Yeah, but I knew you were gonna go there, because there's this whole thing about like you like the don't like the artist, but I like the artwork. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's fine. Like the mere fact that he gave you props. It's like I told you earlier, like the shit sandwich.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, I like this guy, the Little Smith, and he can rap really cool, but I don't like him, but I'm proud to be a colored. It's confusing. Completely. But it's like, but don't take, why do you take it personal?
It's more like, but it comes down to like, what I'm trying to say is like, you know, and then she told me like, do you akin him liking you to like what do you akin it to? And I was like, to being like promoted, but he still promoted you, she says.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
So
he did.
Yeah, so I'm overthinking it. Like everyone who promotes you doesn't have to like you. They're sharing your shit because.
But that's the creative in us, is that when we put our work out there, it's a piece of us that we're putting out there. And so when someone criticizes it in a negative way, it fucking hurts.
It does, man.
It does it.
Yeah.
But he gave you props.
He gave it full on props. He gave the art props, which means more to me than liking my character for some reason. Because I would have been more hurt if he didn't like the art.
Also true. But then also there's the thing between who you are and who the culture is.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So he doesn't like the culture. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
But he recognizes my talent, which is what I'm here about. And
But
for.
like,
Oh, wait.
if anything, like I think it could be like my arrogance, right? Like,
Yes.
like
it's your ego took a knock.
Yeah, but the thing is, I probably carry myself like I'm egotistic in a way, and that's what maybe I'm thinking.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
Like
okay.
I'll say
okay.
this.
Yeah.
I say this because like it's been character feedback that I've received from individuals, right? Besides that, I also think that it is a developed character or persona that is in the hip hop industry, in this hip hop industry in Cape Town, because I've learned that I need to be like that around certain individuals. So
yeah, literally where you make it till you
fake
it till you make it.
Yeah, fake
it's
it
literally where that phrase came from.
Because I'm not like, I won't say like when I used them it would have hurt me more if he criticized the music. It doesn't hurt. It's more like I don't understand, man. Sure, if he criticized the music, I would have been upset more. I would have been like, I put so much effort into it. You should like it. But it's more like I've learned like as a character, like yo, this is how I need to be in order to get into these circles. But now sometimes I take a step back and I'm like, maybe I'm too much like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm too, you know, like I'm too much.
Yeah.
I don't know.
no, I hear what you're saying though. But it's like there has to be, you have to have some sort of disproportionate belief within yourself to make it and to be successful.
Yeah.
In such a sense that people will think that you ego and that you're obsessed with it.
Yeah.
But you have to be to get where you are and further. So it's fine that people think a certain way. Where I draw the line is that if you are acting that way.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't argue with people about something I know isn't true. So if you say something about me and I know that isn't true, it's all good. I move. Because I don't have time to go back and forth because the way you feel or you think something about me that I know isn't true to my character.
Quite.
Do you get what I'm saying? But I only got there because of a self-evaluation I do with myself. It's like, who am I? Why am I doing this? And where am I going? Kind of thing. Questions I ask myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that's, so it's fine to get that knock. But it's like, he still gave you props. You get what I mean? It's like, yeah, sure, he doesn't like me, but he recognizes my talent. Shot for that. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I'm gonna take the positive. I'm gonna laugh the negative. I'm gonna take the positive, and I'm gonna keep moving.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you can't please everyone.
Nah,
like
you can't.
It's impossible. That look like Jesus to you, and he didn't please everyone. You know what I mean? He tried to save up our means, and the means were like, nah, but we don't like you.
They totally Kanye'd him.
They cancelled him.
Yo, they canceled Jesus.
Cancel culture, bro.
Oh wow.
Since back in the day.
Yo, but like, I wonder if that was anti-Semitic what we just said, because Jesus was a Jew.
Yeah, but the Jews killed him as well.
I'm sorry, but that's a way to segue the Kanye topic.
Bro. Like my heart goes out to Kanye, bro, and
yeah,
from a creative to another creative, I enjoy that man's what he puts out there. I'm not too happy about what's happening to him at the moment.
Yeah,
see, it's a very sensitive topic because like I'm a Kanye fan, and like, oh, you anti-Semitic. I'm like, no, I didn't say that. I'm just a Kanye fan. Like, I enjoyed the music he put out.
Exactly.
Not a fan of the clothes he put out because that was just weird. Like, why is there holes in the clothes? Sneakers he put out, dope. I liked it. But yeah, but oh, this is gonna be controversial. But I blame Kim. I blame his ex-wife.
I'm gonna go live. Can you go live, yo?
Sure, I blame his ex-wife. That was the dog.
I'm so sorry.
The mascot got a fright.
Yo, you got a boost script there.
Anyway.
Boy. Oof. Sorry.
But yeah, it does suck what's happening to him.
Do you know that's my favorite artist ever?
Of all time?
Or
present?
Now, of all time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I say that because he's the only artist who I can go back to their old work, the work in between and the work now, and listen to all of it and enjoy it.
Um,
Probably one mixtape
all,
I didn't listen.
all work. Okay, yeah.
All of
because
not
I'm
all
not-
of his work.
No, no, of prison. Yes.
Well, not all
Yeah,
of his popular work, bro. Like
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
name what dropped when.
Yeah. No, true.
I'm a fan of Kanye.
But I'm gonna show my age though. But I enjoy these college dropout. I like.
Doesn't show your age.
I like that Kanye. But that's because like growing up, go to parties.
Oh,
These songs were playing, and there's moments and memories attached to those songs. So that's why I like those songs. Yeah.
So, what's the best angle here? Widescreen.
Or you just got the plants in there, my man.
Yeah. I'm. Yeah, this guy.
Oh, just point it on you. And then which one are you on regular more? Which platform?
I'm trying to. So I think what we need to do is get the Instagram people, Facebook people to basically suck in and
So
get the Facebook people to essentially.
just point it on you. It's alright.
Just to get them essentially listening and vibing with what we're doing here, because I'm not diverse enough in that regard. Like I'm mostly on Instagram, but I'm
Yeah. So here's my sorry to detour from Uncle Kanye. But I feel you should, well, myself included, because I'm trying to do it as well, is just go on every platform.
yeah.
It's just like you just post, like do the Gary Vee thing where he just does one meet and greet and he just posts that. He chops it up into little clips and he posts it on all social media platforms. I'm just like, that's right, just post it on all things. Because one, you're getting more viewership and more people are seeing it. Two, these platforms aren't paying you jacks. So why are you only on Facebook, only on Instagram, or TikTok? Is like, no, they're not paying you to promote anything. You just put your content
on everyone,
even if it's the same video.
Yeah.
Because most likely, if you put it on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, I'm not going to see the same video that you posted.
Like that's why, like, when we did the Mikey podcast, we're live on Instagram, and we haven't been going live like very often, man. So it's kind of why, seems like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember.
So then you only want to go live during the podcast?
Nah, obviously outside the podcast.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
but then are you going live on the KWAAI Media or on the Culture?
Go live on both, but right now it's the Culture.
Okay.
But I should probably do KWAAI Media. It's just because I recognize that there's sort of a gap on Facebook for that right now. I need to build that.
KWAAI Media.
Yeah, because admittedly I don't promote the KWAAI Media content on Facebook as much.
Yeah.
So what we should be doing is we should be bringing that aspect over to Facebook more.
Yes.
But I'm also not sharing KWAAI Media on the Cultures page as much as I should be.
Yes.
Because I feel like when KWAAI Media promotes artists, it should not be the culture promoting it solely. It should be the artists as well. And that's something that I've picked up, and maybe I could be wrong about this, is I don't like when KWAAI Media promotes artists and the artists don't promote what KWAAI Media promotes of them.
Ah,
I don't like
that ended there. Oh, can I just randomly start inviting people? Or?
Yeah, sure. If you want to.
I'm just seeing random. I don't know who's who. I don't want to say people's name. Oh, you mentioned this guy, Mickey Mac.
Mickey Mac's my bro, yeah.
Rosie Rapper, I'm gonna invite you because it's in your
He
name.
rapper.
In your name. Oh crap! You have Jesus on here.
JZS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pronounced Jesus. You see his name wrong.
I know the dude's name, obviously.
But yeah, you were saying, so you don't like it when KWAAI Media shares
The artist. Yeah.
the artist, and therefore the artist doesn't share
KWAAI Media.
that. Okay.
But
But
I've noticed that on the
what was
Facebook platform mostly.
Say hi, Darren. Is it recording?
Is that in there?
Darren. Oh man.
What's up, D boys? Gangway. Can you see who's recording me?
This is also. Is it recording the podcast recording or
the phone?
the phone, Darren?
Is it recording? Is it recording? Yeah, these remember them?
Yeah.
Darren say hi to Keenan, bro.
Yep, he said away. He actually shouted, but I'm not going to do that because it's going to be loud in my ear. But he said away with an exclamation mark.
Away! Oh, because he heard your voice.
Yeah.
Away with that. Yeah, so Darren, we talking about Kanye at the moment, bro. We were racing. Is Kanye's comments anti-Semitic? That's basically the question. Are the comments that he made anti-Semitic? Because what did you say?
Yeah, so I'm saying, is he anti-Semitic? Because he said Jews run the industry, or Jews run a company, they run the music industry, the movie. He just said they run the show, basically.
Yeah,
right?
They run media.
That's like malice. And then he was like, I can say anti-Semitic things and Adidas won't drop me.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? So he said, I can say it.
Yeah.
But did he actually say anything anti-Semitic?
So let's fact check. Let's see Kanye anti-Semitic quotes, right? Because I'm sure he said something about like Hitler and the Jews.
Okay. Oh, if he did. Because the thing was, the podcast that he was on, that he said that Drink Champs got taken down. That episode got taken down.
But you see...
So now I'm only watching snippets of that. I'm not watching the full thing. So I'm either watching before or after he says something dodgy.
Oh, I see.
Do you get what I'm saying? And then there was like a paar interviews he went on afterwards, but I'm like, no, I want to see the episode that started this whole snowball.
There are a couple of... I think there's some YouTube channels that have decided to like drop the whole thing, maybe. That to drop the whole thing. I feel like this is God. Nah, he's talking about. I feel like this is God humbling me right now. When the idea of Black Lives came out, it made us come together as people. So I said then I questioned the death of George Floyd. It hurt my people. It hurt the black people. So I want to apologize. Oh yeah, him questioning George Floyd. Like that was messed up. I won't lie. Like he was saying like the brass knee wasn't really on George Floyd's neck, and he was shouting for his mama or something. I don't know if he said that.
Yeah.
But that was
He said that as well. Yeah. But he also said it wasn't the knee on his neck that killed him. It was fentanyl, I think, or the drug he was on that killed him. Or it was both of it that actually caused.
Yeah, you said
something like that, no?
He said that he went on to address the backlash over his suggestion in a recent podcast interview that George Floyd's death was caused by fentanyl use.
Yeah. So that's what he also said.
So he's a doctor. Nah, bro. Like, look.
So he's a doctor.
We're talking about the man whose mother died because her cousin cared for her, who said that, or was supposed to care for her. Her cousin was some sort of carer. I don't know if you watched the documentary. I just think that there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of...
Yes. Yeah, no, there is.
Like, the thing is, we hold these individuals to this high regard, like they're godlike and they can't make these mistakes. And when we see how far the man's fallen, it must be that we are misunderstanding him. So it's like, are his comments anti-Semitic? I think that his comments are very wrong. I think that they are fucked up. To be honest with you, I think that as big a fan of Kanye as I am musically,
there is a part of them that is very much detached from normal everyday life, like ourselves. You cannot earn that much money and still be normal. Do you know what I'm saying? Or that sort of success with the fame, with all the money, and still keep it all together. Because I think it was his mother, and then of course Jay-Z, that whole friendship that broke up. You know what I mean? And then there was no one.
Well, it took a couple of years for that to happen.
No, true, it did. But it was a span. But it's like, I feel when you reach that point,
it's a slow decline.
There was too many yes men around him, man.
I think it's a slow decline for the last 20 years, bro.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like the last 15 years. It's a slow decline, man. Like,
but I think it is because no one called him out on his shit. There were too many yes men around him.
Yeah, around him,
You know what I mean? There wasn't
Yeah.
that brother said, okay, look here, come here.
Because did you watch
No, I
the
mean,
war?
it's-
Did you watch the war? This documentary, this 30-minute video he had on YouTube called War. Basically, bro, it's kind of funny. He starts. It looked like a GTA character walking,
Okay.
walking like Kanye, wearing
Oh.
Kanye's Yeezy clothing, and I thought war is for wardrobe. Then it goes into clips.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah, I
Like,
get
I'm
you, I
thinking,
get
yo,
you.
this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a clever way to promote clothing.
Yeah.
Like a GTA game, but the brush is walking around, and the bro, like, it's so funny, bruh. He literally walks like this, and then he turns like this, and then he walks, and then he turns like this. It's like, it's weird, man.
Mm.
And then, anyway, so I'm thinking it's like a game. He's imitating a game, and then these guys around him, and the things that they say immediately make me think like, yo, these are yes men, man.
Hmm.
Like the things that they're saying, like they cock riding, man. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Dick riding,
Yeah.
bro. So it's like, yeah, I agree, bro. I agree, man. Is there any questions there?
No. Not any question. We got Easter here in the house.
Radio is there for you.
Brandon. Nah, not radio.
Right, check it out.
No, Brandon is there. Mr. Peterson is there.
Oh, is yesterday we in the house? Is that the comment?
Yeah.
Salute.
Alright.
Yesterday over for life, you know what I mean? In case you don't know Kina, I see OPG. Okay, that's where I grew up.
No.
Yeah.
Hectic.
Oh wait. That is where I started rapping in the fly. Not the fly, the skim,
Nah,
sorry.
you said the flyer radio.
Nah, the fly is the skim. The skim. Klein fly is what it's called.
Okay.
Klein fly. The fly.
You started your
See.
rap game there.
Yeah. Oh,
Did you start rap battling or did you just start rapping?
Yeah.
So
Like,
battling was the thing that.
before I had the song, I battled. Yeah.
Okay.
Before I had the song, like we would walk there, and then I was super cock.
Okay.
And then there was this, like,
we have to start
yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah. But I thought I was like killing these kids, bro.
Okay.
They were like, yo, kid, just chill down, bro. They were like, calm down, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the kids you rapping at. So yeah, but it was cool, bro. I didn't know I could battle rap until On The Block, to be honest with you.
Okay.
On The Block was like my first deal
Okay.
rap battles, and I just started growing from there.
Okay.
So, but I always
on the block did put a lot of. It put me onto local
Mm,
battle rappers as well. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
Like when I saw that, I was like I knew you were rapping before that,
oh, yeah.
but I saw I was like, oh shit, like there were others. There
Yeah,
were-
bro. Yeah.
like it's a thing. There's a whole
Yeah.
underground culture, and I loved it because
Oh, yeah.
like I saw it a lot on like overseas, the States. But I was like, okay, cool. That's the States. A lot of punchlines went over my head because I'm not from that culture.
And that's
Do you know
why.
what I mean? So when I saw On The Block and the beats were like when the one was about Wembley,
Yeah.
and I think the one was a taxi rank. I forgot which one. I'm sorry.
Weinberg Taxi.
Probably, but
Yeah.
like the punchline that the brass were throwing, I was like, ha, that's funny.
Oh, yeah,
Because
because
I got
local.
it. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
So I was like, yo, shot. Thanks for that though.
Oh, yeah.
They definitely put it on for me. I was like, ah, shit. Like
Oh,
I think that was like one of the first YouTube channels I followed as well. Like I put the notification bell, but I'd even use same. I subscribed and put the bell on. I was like,
Respect.
when it comes on, I'm like, I'm watching it.
Yeah, but On The Block, like I said, On The Block is what helped me realize, because I used to watch On The Block videos
Okay.
with Nick. And we would like look at On The Block, sorry. Weird. Because, sorry, but it was just weird for me to bring her up
Okay.
in front of you. Obvious reasons. You're
What-
wondering
Yeah,
what
wondering
is
what the obvious reasons are.
you his cousin.
Okay.
God damn. Yeah, in case the viewers don't know, this is this girl's ex. Yeah.
Oh, I see where you're going. Okay.
So yeah, point is we used to watch On The Block videos together, and then I would watch this Owens rap, and I would be like, yo, I wanna rap, I wanna battle these dudes, but I'm so scared that they're gonna like kill me, man. And then I just joined the On The Block competition. I was prepared to be eliminated in the first battle, and everything.
Okay.
And I think my first battle was against KTH King, and I killed him, and that just supremely helped my confidence because I consider him a good artist, man.
Hmm.
So from there, I battled Stacey Dash, may she rest in peace, and she would have won the battle if people didn't feel like she choked. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And I couldn't understand why people didn't just vote for me immediately. But now I understand. Now I'm fully developed as a battle rapper, man, and I think people can tell that off of my last 3 battles. Like I will say now that my on the block battles are not a fair reflection of my abilities. My Clash MC and conflict battles, that is a fair reflection of my abilities. But I wasn't at that level yet when I did on the block. I just
Okay.
knew what I could do, but I couldn't execute yet, if that makes
Okay.
sense. Or I didn't know how to execute it, should I say. Like what I've learned is battle rap, as much as it is a skill that you practice, it's also something that you um, it's like a war, man. It's like a battle scenario. Like when you go into a battle, you must think about your opponent, how they gonna be, how the crowd's gonna receive it, how you know what I mean. So for me, I kind of knew when I battled Rio, for example, and if you watch the battle, that is gonna be a tough battle in the sense of his ability, and also that I'm not the crowd favorite. I did not expect the crowd to in my mouth the way they did.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say is I still delivered. I still brought through, in my opinion, a good show, a good performance to the point where they salute me afterwards. People that would actively hate on me would come to me afterwards and salute me. While I was rapping, they were like, "I canned it," and I was like, "Nah, cool.
Yeah.
I'm getting the respect." And it comes down to
Yeah.
that, like, yes, they might not like you,
Yeah.
but they respect what you're doing now.
Yeah.
And-
And I've been to a few battles, and the crowd, they do get very involved.
Yeah.
Like watching.
You were there.
Yeah, I was there. Like they
Yeah.
get. I was like, yo, like calm down. There's a dope punchline. Like just give them a props. Like no, they lose their shit. Like they go boss.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. But just for those that don't know, where can they find those rap battles?
Conflict. So it's KNFLKT conflict, and then Clash MC, and the most popular Own the Block.
Oh yeah.
You know, but Own the Block isn't really doing anything right now. But shout out to Tyler for being the originator and the instigator.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
Clash MC, I do hope that we see more of in the future.
No, yeah, it is.
Because I think that right now there's only conflict in Cape Town, and we can't just have one battle league. I think that if we have one battle league, it will make the owners start to think that they the shit. And I have a big problem with how the rappers are spoken to, especially battle rappers. Because for me, battle rappers have more respect for their fellow rappers than musicians do.
I've seen that they do.
Now we have respect for each other.
They give props after even though they lost and
because it's
they
like
were out there. But I've seen they do give each other props.
It's like boxing and MMA. MMA is more respect. There's more respect in MMA because you fucking people are boxing. You get brain damage because of the shock. Like when you punch somebody, the gloves must now give a higher shock impact. You know that chimpanzees are five times the strength of humans, right?
Yes.
And it's not because they have more muscles, it's because their muscle fiber reflex is quicker.
Yeah.
So they can put in more force.
Okay.
So you're telling me that glove, that you get what I'm trying to. So that's the thing, bro. It's a whole deep thing, bro. So we respect each other in battle rap more so than I would say that the Owens in music do. Whereas there should also be that respect in music, because musicians are the ones that are killing themselves. They're the ones that are overdosing, hanging themselves. You know what I mean? Like because they get depressed, they get upset because there's no money in music. It's hard to make money in music. In fact, I personally feel like me going into the battle rap field is more lucrative than in the music sphere.
Okay.
Yeah, but especially because I feel like I can reach like this. But he compared me to Cassidy. Like he's like, it's good to know that there's people on the same level of Cassidy on our shows. I'm proud to be colored. That for me, I know I'm on that. Like I'm sorry if it sounds arrogant, but I feel like I should be competing on King of the Dot. I feel like I should be competing on Smack URL. Honest to God, bro, because I honest to God feel like our level of rap, not just me, our level, I'll say Rio, I'll say Ray Swag, I like Wise Words, my bro, salute to him. we have that ability to rap against that Owens. To me, some people say to me beat Bender. Bender's one of the best battle rappers of all time. May he rest in peace. If Toomey could do that, right, and I honestly consider Toomey not to have beaten Bender. I think Bender beat him. I think that I could beat Bender at like with that level, like with my level. I know it sounds weird, I know it sounds arrogant, but it's like when you a fighter, man. Like I like to fight, you know. Now you can move as Brew, man.
Yeah.
You think you can just by looking at him, man.
Yeah, you size him up, I think.
Yeah, I can move him, man. It's like that, man.
Yeah.
It's like you know his ability in rap. I know my ability. I can do it, man.
Yeah.
It's a trip, bro.
It's
a trip. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, man. But to segue, bro. Let's just talk about another sad topic, just a minute. Rapper Takeoff shot and killed today. That is messed up, man, bro. That is very, very sad. The man was 28 years old, shot in Houston. I don't know much about the information around that. I just know that the fact that you can be as big as that and to die, like just to be shot, like gunned down. Let's just read the story here, man.
Yeah. Because I saw it today, and I did.
So the star was killed at the bowling alley where he was playing dice with his uncle and bandmate Quavo. A representative for the musician confirmed the news. Okay, Migos. Yeah, we know the influential. We know about the Migos flow. We know they split up earlier this year. The shooting took place at 2:30 local time. On a balcony outside 810 billiards and bowling alley. Police said 40 to 50 guests had been at a private party when someone opened fire. Security guards in the area heard the shots but did not see who fired the gun. Burmy, yeah. When they arrived, officers said that they found a large crowd and a man in his 20s with a gunshot wound to the head or neck. He was pronounced dead at the. My bro, man, like.
No one else got shot.
That sound like they targeted him. Quavo was also injured in the incident.
But gunshot injury?
So they haven't confirmed. Okay. They say that he was, but it hasn't been confirmed that Quavo's been injured. They did say he was shot. I saw something earlier. 2 other victims were driven to hospital in private vehicles. Takeoff's lawyer is a devastating. Yeah, bro, it's a big loss. Like, my thing is, like, I know we're talking about an international artist here for a second, but I consider Takeoff to be part of arguably the biggest rap band of all time, bro. What band has been bigger than Migos? Yeah, okay, Migos is now. I can't actually say that because there was Run DMC, there was, back
Wu-Tang.
in. I didn't love during that. Yeah, there's Wu-Tang, sorry.
So, but you said all time. So
they're one of the biggest of all time.
No,
bro.
yeah, true.
They are.
Yeah,
I think
yes. Sorry, yes.
But like Wu-Tang had that period where everyone went platinum.
No, true.
Each one of the artists went platinum. But we live in a different.
One of the influential, yes, they are. Yeah.
I mean,
I would say they are.
I would say arguably top 5, top 10 rap bands of all time.
Okay. Let me hear your top 5.
Top 5. I haven't thought of it.
Group. No, but you said it. Okay, you haven't thought. Okay, now okay, go for it. Rap group, eh?
Yeah, okay. I don't have an order.
No, that's fine.
I would say Wu-Tang.
Okay.
The Roots. Are they rap?
I mean, they put rap in there.
Do we?
I mean, there's an element of rap in there.
And I'm personally influenced by the Roots. Like, I like. I used to listen to this particular song called "The Fire."
Okay.
I used to play games. I used to hear the song John Legend sings on there. And when I first heard the Roots rapping, I didn't know about the Roots really. Like, I admit, I didn't know about Dilated Peoples and all that shit, bro. Like, my hip hop knowledge, I had to go and find out.
Yeah, same.
So, when I was listening, I was like, yo, this dude that's rapping here sounds so so dope, man.
Okay.
Like, and the way he's rapping, like, if ever I come across the crossroads, and like the way he's rapping and flowing, I just liked it, and it was Black Thought, man. And I was like, nah, this dude is solid. And when I listen to Black Thought, it's like he doesn't breathe, bro. It's like his breath control is so immaculate, bro.
Okay. Alright.
It's phenomenal.
Okay. So you said 3.
So we got the Roots, we got Migos, we got Wu-Tang. Fuji's. I could say personally, this is like also personal. I want to say Run DMC, but I don't really. I just know Walk This Way. I just know that. So, sheesh, bro.
So that's your 5.
That's 4 so far.
No, you said you don't want to say Run DMC.
I don't want to say
but,
yeah.
Okay. But Fuji's is on there.
Fuji's on there. Yeah,
Cool.
you can put Fuji's there.
That's another one.
I don't know. Now I'm probably gonna say Dreamville. Is Dreamville a crew or they a label? Because I would have
they're
said
all vague. I thought that I would call them an experiment.
and Top Dog. That's the thing.
So D12? No.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, D12 isn't one of the most influential rap bands of all time, in my opinion.
In your opinion, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I consider nah.
Would you put Beastie Boys on there?
I can't.
You can't.
I
Okay.
don't know enough about them, but I know. But
Okay.
I know that they influenced Eminem.
Yeah. And
But like, and that's the thing.
Macklemore and but anyway.
Yeah, and out of Eminem, like out of
Slow down.
D12,
No, Slow down still wasn't influential. So
yeah, they were more
Yeah, they were-
underground rapping,
Yeah,
but they
the
were
only-
influential. They're influential on the culture, pun intended. They were influential on the culture, you know.
But they came and went though. Like
True.
they didn't, in my opinion, they didn't stay long enough to
I was-
actually like.
Yeah, bro. I was never a Joe Budden fan myself. I only became a Joe Budden fan during his podcast.
Yeah, but the podcast came after the Slow Down.
Exactly what I'm saying. And I
So-
knew about Slow Down, so I was like, I just
Yeah.
never fucked with him.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know because he also he runs his mouth way too much. And
Oh,
he
yeah.
tries to back it down. Like now that you say it.
But Slow Down for me was too much. It was just too much at the time, man. But like now, I can listen to it and appreciate it. But I think
when they came out, I
Still-
wanted more of them because it
Really?
is so diverse. In like all that, I was like, yes.
I mean, Ruiz is the one that I can listen to.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
with
just-
Crooked Eye, I like Joel, but whenever
Yes.
Joe Biden came to that, I was like,
Is it? Yeah. I'm sorry, I just was doing that. Yeah.
You know, but now I start to appreciate Joe Biden because I'm becoming more mature with my rap even. You know what I mean? So I'm starting to appreciate Joe Biden more, bro. It's crazy. And that's just what rap is like. Rap can grow on you.
Yeah.
You might not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it now.
yeah,
It can grow on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro. But yeah, I don't know if I have a foot group.
Okay.
So
I mean,
What's your top five?
I would put Dreamville on there. I don't know if they are a group.
yeah,
Because I know they did it like twice. I think
yeah.
they came with 2
Three,
albums, right?
three.
It's 3.
Revenge of the Dreamers. Yeah,
Shit, I need to listen to that one then.
yeah.
have to.
There's
Because I got onto that when because I saw the video that they put out like documentary style of them doing it.
that's
Oh,
part 3
that-
though. That's recently.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, it's so good. And then I went to the actual, because in the documentary they don't really play the full song. They
Of
play like
course.
how who made it
Yeah,
into it, and then you go listen to the actual album. It's like it just helped me. Like yo, like
Yeah.
I saw them make it, and this is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It's insane.
it actually
And
gives,
how they keep some of the skits in there
yeah.
as well. Oh, yeah, that's cool.
It gives the art life, man.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
you're right.
Oh, yeah.
I agree. It gives the art life, man, bro. And that's also the important thing, no? These artists don't do that enough. They don't try to give the art life enough, bro.
Or give it, or even just to like grow. Because what I
Yeah.
learned as well is like, yes, you want to like, because I draw, you know what I mean? Like, yes, you want to post every day,
Oh yeah,
but even that, one, you get burnout,
yeah,
but 2, you don't allow your artwork to grow.
yeah.
And like, you know what I mean? It's like let people see it.
Oh yeah,
It's almost like let people miss you kind of thing,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you put that work.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like people get angry at Kendrick all the time because he doesn't release work often enough. But when he does, then people lose their shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
bro.
why? Now people are complaining again because they want a new album from him. But like, do you not realize the pattern that he has? Like, he's not the artist that wants to um, make club music all the time for like the
I
Canadian
don't
rapper
think he
that
wants
does.
to at all.
He doesn't want to, like the
Yeah.
Canadian rapper, and to the like props to the man, like he
Yeah.
found his niche and he's going in it.
Mm.
Whereas, they don't do that. So
We're
I
talking about
realized,
Drake.
yeah, and J Cole,
Yeah.
produce work all the time, and that's fine. And I feel a lot of artists need to. It's yes, you have to put out work to stay relevant,
Mm.
but then put out your passion work.
Oh, yeah.
Let lam on it.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
I
Keep it,
agree.
and
I
let
agree.
it. You know what I mean? Like I tell people also, like they want to get a tattoo, and I'm like, cool, just wait like 5 years, and if you still want the tattoo, then dollar.
Like,
Because rather
I still
that
want the tattoo.
than get the tattoo, and then 5
Yeah.
years later, it's like, I shouldn't have gotten this. So
Yeah.
there is a process, but artists, we creators also need to just put our work out there and then move on to the next one. So it's that balance that we need to find. within
Like,
ourselves.
that's also me personally a battle I'm fighting now, is because I've got features and I've got different sonic.
Okay.
I've got different sounds, like with different sonics in these features.
Yeah.
So the one project is done, and I'm looking to release that as soon as possible,
Okay.
because in my head those tracks in that project would have been out by now already.
Mm.
Whereas the other feature I have is like this boom bap track which ties into the latest project I dropped.
Mm.
And I'm thinking, drop the boom bap track first and then just follow up with the project. But that boom bap track is not going to be on the project. In fact, after I drop the track, I'm probably going to give more life to the project than every other track there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like I just don't.
Yeah, it's like I'm purely self-taught and teaching myself marketing.
Yeah.
I'm like, how does this work? It's like you
Yeah.
said, it's like, yes, I'm gonna release the single,
Yeah.
but with that, I'm gonna promote the project that I'm coming out.
I remember.
Do you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
almost like Christmas is coming up,
Oh,
so the
yeah.
yellow ads are gonna come up first before Christmas actually happens.
Exactly.
So you're
yeah.
like, you're toying with people, like. So I think as creatives, we also need to teach ourselves marketing and business.
Mm.
It's the boring side of it, because it doesn't come naturally to
But it's
us.
necessary.
But it's necessary, especially
Yeah.
if you're independent, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, people don't even know what a sync deal is.
And neither do I.
Yeah, you see, like, but you see a lot of people. Some people do then. But so it just comes down to having conversations like this on camera. Hopefully, where people can learn from it,
Yeah.
and look
Yeah,
at
yeah.
it from that perspective. Because
Yes,
a sync
bro.
deal is when you get your music on TV and on radio and on
Yes.
ads,
Yes.
isn't it? So
Dude, another avenue that I didn't realize it though is that I think Kid
Kudi Kadi,
Kadi. Sorry,
everyone's different.
I apologize for putting them.
Scott.
Yes, yeah. It's government name. Pull out. So what he did, another thing, please, free plug. People just follow what other people are doing and just use it for yourself. Because what he's doing is that he makes music for movies.
Mm.
And that's how he gets money. So he doesn't even worry about albums and singles and record deals. Like, no, I'm going to make this song for a movie. Or I'm going to create this beat or this for a movie, for a series.
Mm.
And that's how he gets money. And now, if you follow him, he released
A
the
movie
Netflix
and
anime,
album.
but he's also doing movies,
Yeah.
like short, like cameos, like,
But he's
I'm a
been
small
acting.
character.
He's been acting. Yeah.
But who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
But that's what. So we need to diversify ourselves. But also
Diversify
just
our portfolio.
exactly, man. And it's not easy because if it
Yeah.
was, everyone would be doing it. And if you don't want to do it, chill.
Yeah.
But just keep in mind that you can make music for other things besides for people to listen on the radio.
Yeah.
Do you know
No,
what
you're
I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
And that's what I'm realizing. I was like, shit, I didn't even think about that.
yeah, bro. Like me personally, I have a few songs that I'm gonna be submitting, off of this upcoming project. Probably 4 songs out of the 9, bro. I think I've got 12 tracks on that project. Most tracks I've ever done
Yeah.
on the project. So this is me shamelessly plugging my upcoming
Plug it,
music.
man. Plug.
But yeah, man. So just rest in peace, take off, me, bro. Like, sad news. It's disheartening. But you know, me, bro. Here locally, we've also had the Pa Owens that over the years have passed away. CDP, Chad Duplessis, may he rest in peace. Stabbed outside of his house, a rapper. In front of his brother, my bro. He came from a group of brothers, 3 brothers that were rappers, Team Pizza. Respect Pizza, my bro, man. Just thinking about him, thinking about Stacey Dash. She unfortunately, um, just lost her battle with life, bro. And same with Jesse Reigns. I never met Jesse Reigns personally. Ricky Rick. Um, I just think about these local artists, my bro, that we've lost. Think about the fact that there's Isaac Mutant, who's one of the biggest fucking acts to ever come out of Cape Town, my bro. Man has traveled Poland, France. He brought me towels from hotel rooms in France, my bro, to salute me for being he's young and to learn from him. Like he waste me a lot, my bro. About this rap game. And the fact that Owens like him are now like I see them talk dirty about the man. I see people that were in his peer group just ignore him, like his time is past. Like my thing is he's done so much for the hip hop community. Yes, we all fluid, yes, we all have like things that we could have done better, no? But it's just like this Terry MC now who's in remission, my bro. Like big respect, man, bro. Just a couple of months ago, they thought they were gonna have a last like tribute for Terry MC. You know what I mean? So a lot of the stuff is deep, bro. We don't look at the next artist like a human being, man. And I feel like that is the problem. And a lot of men, so they bedunk me, man. They look at me like this, bro. I don't know how they look at me, but I just feel like if we took a step back and we actually started approaching people more like I could learn from you, and what I'm learning from you is how can I say it's useful and it's insightful, and also you can learn from me. If we just approach each other like that, comes back to that first topic, then growth it's inevitable.
Oh wait.
The thing is that I've realized also is, yeah, we know Cape Town is click based, no? But my bro, I'm almost afraid to say this. I feel like there's a racial divide, and it's fucked up, my bro.
Okay.
It's so fucked up, bro. And
Yeah, cool. Cool.
yeah. So basically, we did a funeral in Googs 2 weeks ago, and the homie that was doing videography, he told me he's never been in Googs, bro, and he's in his 30s, bro. And I was like, yo, like, this is the first time lamming in Googs. Like, my first ever rap performance was in Googs.
Ever. Man.
Yeah, bro, like, because I don't understand. I took a train to Heideveld, my bro. And took a Avanza from there, my bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. And the thing is, yeah, okay, it's dangerous. It was probably dumb, but I was young, my bro. I was like,
Yeah, but it's not like
just at the school,
not
my
like
bro.
Menenberg is safe or Eideveld is safe.
Exactly, bro. Like
we
it's
live.
the same. Like, make the effort, or yeah. But just to touch on another subject, Casper Western is longtime manager parted ways due to a legal dispute. Seposione, also known as Spike, that's a big one because basically Casper West and T. Lee Moiloa, who runs and owns the company that manages New West and several of his businesses through Bridge Entertainment, have announced they have cut ties with Seposione, also known as Spike. That's big news because we're talking about Casper's also trying to do another fill up coming up now, so this is big actually.
That is big. Did they say why they split up?
Nah, it's a legal dispute. They can't mention why. So they're probably suing that manskap for something.
For something.
They're suing him for something. So
Because I mean, if you've been with someone since day one, either you really fucked up somewhere business wise, like you just
show me the paperwork, Joe Budden.
Do you know what I mean? Or you stole money. It's one of the two. Like you messed up somehow.
Yeah,
or you
and think
somehow
of all
stole
the
money.
stuff that Casper's been doing also recently. He's
Yeah,
been having like boxing matches. He's been promoting like his own, brands.
Yes,
bro,
yes.
And there's a lot to be taken out of your pocket when you're doing so much.
Yeah.
Like look at Rihanna and her accountant.
No, I don't. What happened there?
Bro, her account. This is an old topic, bro.
Sorry.
This is like.
Forgive me, cause like, I follow so many.
Don't you know, bitch? But I have my money.
Oh
Like,
yes, okay.
Yeah, that song is for her accountant. He took her money and just disappeared, bro. Though Rihanna dropped a
How?
lawsuit against the former account, it looks like she litigated and won her case. With the beef for. Oh, okay, this is a 2015 article, man, bro. Freak mad.
Mad. Props to how dare you do that to Riri.
So, oh yeah, just this last thing I feel like we need to touch in. Maybe it's a bit too personal. Maybe some people won't like it, but we'll invite them to the danger zone to discuss it.
Oh, Yetta. Why you gotta?
Badassness. Ew. I see, mommy. Like we are homies, right? But we've been talking. I told mommy like, yo, like you're doing the most, man. You're doing well. The music's going well, and she was dating Erdo for like the longest time. Erdo started doing well as well. Erdo's been working with youngsters, been doing videos for like the yellow artist, early BLA, Mr. Hines, all of that means. So videos go above 100,000 views.
Mad. Props.
Bro, he's been charging 4K. Like we all know, like I know your capability, I know my ability. So I will say in this industry, for you to make it that far and to have that much hype, salute to you, man.
Ah,
You
oh,
know.
Devs.
And so he shoots he shoots videos for KGM and he shoots videos for Big B and various artists. But now the aforementioned artists, I would say, and his former partner, like it's crazy, bro. Like they so much dating, and like I just feel like there's a lot of like it's almost like the bro code doesn't exist, right? Maybe I'm overthinking it, right?
No,
Bro
no.
code shouldn't exist in this context, like. But just hear me out, because
Okay.
nobody's brasser here, no?
Okay.
But it comes down to like industry and respect and all of that, man, bro. Like for me, maybe I'm naming and shaming, fuck it. But there's too much shameless movements happening just for self gain, just for personal interest, man, since and it's not just like shit like that, man, bro. It's shit like, yo, I'm gonna have you perform at my events, since I'm gonna have you perform at my events. Although you cack, no, the fact that it's all nepotism and all of that. All of that is just selfish, man. But yeah,
Okay.
just moves like this for selfish gain, for selfish interest, not to feature certain artists or not to want to work with certain artists because you feel like them getting traction will keep you behind. That shit that from the people at the top of the Cape Town rap game, have been doing, man, bro. And I don't want to mention any names, but fuck it.
I like how you say that and then just mention names.
Like what? I didn't say. So what I'm
No,
trying to.
no, I know you did, but you said like I don't want to mention the names, but
Uh,
then you mentioned the names.
Oh yeah, no, but I just did. So point that
I do still want to work in this industry, please.
yeah, I'm gonna be blacklisted.
Yeah,
bro.
but please don't blacklist me. I still want to work in this industry. But continue.
What's your name now again?
Nah. I go by no name.
Exactly.
No, you said my name in the beginning though. So yeah, someone probably just have
So
to rewind.
just timestamp that and cut that that name that I mentioned out, please. You know what name?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So another thing on that is just yeah, they do it on purpose, but it comes back to the Celeste topic. Like, what value does she see in working with me? None.
Uh huh.
She doesn't.
Okay.
It comes back down to like, bro, like there's so many Owens that are popular that salute me, that follow me, that I could make use of their help.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, just reach out, or should I reach out? But when I reach out, it's like I'm like begging or loafing, and it's like I'm not afraid of a no, but like I get a no so often, it's like, nah, at which point, man, something's got to give, and it comes back down to a status, like something's got to give. So, away, bro, it just comes down to us needing to be better individuals. I think just being better people in the industry, being better yeah, bro. And I think that's the crux of this whole conversation. Is I am personally so upset with the rappers in Cape Town, bro. Like they rude, they arrogant, they blatant. They just have no respect, man, bro. And the thing is, they mask it all by being fake, man. They take your hand and they smile with you, but they fake, man. They are so fucking fake, bruh. Like, you can see on somebody's face that they don't fuck with you, but he's smiling with you and taking a picture with you. And like, I personally will try my best to overcome that, because I don't see you like, yeah, personally, there have been Owens that have reached out to me that are now popular that might look at me like, you didn't want to give me like the light, like the time of day when I wasn't as popping as you. Now look at it. I get that. I'm not gonna fall swat to it. I understand I should have maybe seen your hustle. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when you look at it, when you've been in a position where like you hustling harder than the next person for so long, you'll understand that you can't just give everyone that time. And that's why I understand when I reach out to somebody, when they look at me, how do they see my value? And if they don't see my value, I have to move on, or I have to create a version of myself that they can see that value in. Not create a version, but show them that value in myself. So it's like, it comes down to that. Like, I'm cool with that, but at the end of the day, like, nobody is as passionate about Cape Town hip hop as me, in my opinion, or as passionate about growing Cape Town hip hop as I am, because we would have these podcasts, we would have all of these link ups trying to grow relationships, whereas all the other circles are so inbred. Make it sound like a whole,
The Alabama down south.
you know what I'm
Hills
saying?
Have Eyes
Because I
vibe.
feel like it, bro. Like when these Afrikaans, because Afrikaans media next to KWAAI Media, and I'm using Afrikaans media as a whole spectrum. Radio Eerste Rivier, Prikop Lyrica, TCT. You've never even heard of them.
Nah.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay,
bro.
but oh, sorry
do you
for.
know how much views they get?
It's
in
like
their
for everyone else,
circles?
I'm quiet because like I don't know all of this. Okay.
But they get views in their circles, and I salute what they're doing because they have niche markets, right?
Yes.
And that's what we trying to push, is like have a niche market. But at the end of the day, like, if the people that we are trying to cater for don't see what we're trying to do, then bro, like, then how can you say you're for Cape Town? How can you say you're for the passion? How can you say that you want to grow what we are doing? You know what I mean? And there's so much people, so much artists within Cape Town that say that they do, but they don't. You know? And
Okay.
that's why I say that it's hard to find. I can't say that I'm the most passionate, but I'll say it's hard to find like-minded individuals.
Yes, it
Right?
is.
It's very hard to find like-minded individuals, because it comes back to that topic of people just being out for themselves. I feel like that's all I can say on that, man, bro. Like, oh yeah, and Keenan believes Nipsey Hussle got assassinated.
Yes, but
Oh, yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I do strongly believe that.
Oh yeah.
There was definitely it put out on him. And I'll argue with you, and that's fine. But
Oh,
I strongly believe that that man was
Assassinated.
he was assassinated for sure.
Yeah.
Because you cannot have at your funeral the Bloods and the Cribs, which, from my understanding, looking outside of America, the biggest gangs out there, walk together in memorial or in memory of you. Like, you can't say
The
that
only-
that man's influence or what he was trying to do and what he was doing
Yeah,
wasn't going to affect the status quo.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So, I mean, everyone, unfortunately, we all had to see that after he passed away. And luckily, if you were smart and you quote unquote woke enough to see that that man was doing while he was alive, then toodles to you. But to see that at his funeral, the Bloods and the Cribs in their uniform, so like wearing their colors, walk hand in hand, side by side, no police presence, walking to the shop that he started. I feel that man, he was. I feel he was assassinated.
I
Okay.
actually do agree with you, bro.
Okay.
Because yeah, this Eric Holden manskap that apparently killed him, for him, or Holden, he apparently he had to be. They said that he has some sort of mental disability.
A permie.
Now that's the biggest load of bullshit that you can make up to say that this is the only type of individual that will kill Nipsey Hussle. Because
Yeah.
that's basically what they're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
They're basically saying that for you to kill Nipsey Hussle, for you to look past every good that all the good that this man is trying to do, you must be not you must not be right in your head.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
basically what they
Yes.
said. And the aggression that this man had after killing him, I've only watched the video once. I could never watch it after that. He kicked the man as he's dying against his head.
I did not see that video.
He shoots the bra. He falls because everyone runs away. Nipsey, he's obviously shooting at Nipsey. Somebody else also got shot, I think.
Yeah.
But everyone else runs away. Nipsey falls because obviously he's shooting
Yeah.
at Nipsey. Nipsey gets shot. Falls. As he falls, remember, I'll never forget, but I remember his head shaking.
Your battery is also low now.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll close
We can
that.
kill that boy,
Yeah.
kid.
Oh, yeah.
I remember him falling, and then as he falls, his head shakes. He's like, he
Yeah,
lands on
yeah.
the ground. His head's like still up, and the bra runs like past him, and he punts the man like Randy Orton, my bro. Like
Hectic.
against the like.
Yeah.
That's the last thing you do to this man,
Yeah.
my bro.
Because they did say that. Well, not did say this. The news article was that the guy that shot Nipsey did have a grudge against Nipsey.
Yeah.
But I still feel that man was paid to do it.
I think so too, bro. Like,
Because you cannot have a grudge for someone for so long and is in your neighborhood, and the fame that he
and
had
they say
with
that
him.
Nipsey, a couple of hours ago, told him to go for something like that. Apparently, he kept.
Yeah, but how many times did Nipsey Hussle tell him that? Do you get what I'm saying?
Bro, what? You gonna come back and shoot the man like that
Also true.
and
Oh,
kick him in the head?
yeah. It's the same. No. The same what happened with, like, how Tupac got shot.
Oh,
Like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
You can't tell me that wasn't a hit.
yeah, bro. Yeah, they knew exactly where he's gonna be.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Same
at
with
what?
Biggie, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
We know that those were hits. That's. But you trying to insinuate that it was like governmental, well, not governmental, but maybe like
orchestrated somehow.
powers.
Yes.
Powers that be.
Yes.
Let's just say that.
A Nipsey or who now?
Buck.
Ooh.
Well, both of them actually. Both.
Ooh, that I never thought about it that way. Nipsey, I feel so because he was starting a movement that's way bigger than music, and almost himself because he was trying to
He's the first
create the
Nipsey.
thing.
the
Exactly,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like yeah.
That's why they compete. Nipsey
Yes.
and Pac
Yes,
because
yes,
of
yes,
that.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, Puck. Yes, I do think. So you're saying you saying that I'm saying that the CIA did it.
Never mentioned an institution.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. I mean, it's the same CIA that put crack in the wood or selling guns to the gangsters. Not that CIA. No, we're not saying that. Okay, cool.
Oh.
We're
We're
not
not talking
saying
about the MK Ultra here.
No, we're not saying. No, we're not. But yes, we. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
I thought you mentioned CNA.
No, CIA. See that like the Central Investigation, like the FBI and the CIA.
Yeah, but I'm not.
But more CIA.
Tomorrow.
Oh wait, FBI is more paperwork. CIA is the people that actually go fetch the cocaine from other countries and
I'm
bring it
actually
into
more
the.
scared of them than the FBI because apparently
Same.
they poison you or some shit.
Yes,
like
they
that.
do.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the CIA is the people that overthrow governments,
Oh, yeah.
quote unquote,
Yeah.
and unallegedly, apparently.
Hectic.
That's all I say. But
Let's not express those views.
No,
in this
no.
podcast.
let's not. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think Tupac and Biggie were hits for sure.
Okay.
Because both who they were bigger than them.
True, yeah.
Same with Bob Marley. Like what that man was saying off and on the mic and actually doing was bigger than them. Away.
Nah, respect. Bro.
And with that definitely comes hate.
Yeah.
Or people just not liking you because of your success.
Well, Bob
but-
had cancer. That was what they say. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
So
It's like there's no medical record whatsoever that weed gives you cancer, but okay.
crazy. Crazy. Nah, I didn't even think of
No,
weed
about-
giving him cancer. I just thought that they got cancer like naturally.
And his kids don't have it? And his brother and siblings don't have it?
Yeah, that's a trip.
Because
Actually,
the last time I checked, and I
Cancer
stand under
can be-
correction, like,
cancer can be genetic. you're
yes,
right.
yeah. Am I right in saying that, right?
But cancer is also cancer. From what I understand, is it's more like a degeneration of the cell. So cancer can form naturally, like your cells can naturally
Yes.
degenerate into cancer.
Yeah.
So it's a heavy thing like that, maybe like
But we agree that it is passed down, like it's genetics.
what I'm trying to say is yes, but also cancer is something that hasn't always been around, man. It's something that like because cancer wasn't always around, man, bro. Cancer wasn't in the when I say old, I'm not talking about your grandmas and your great grand. I'm
It's
talking
before
about
them.
like
Before
like-
them. Yeah.
Julius Caesar, man. Like that times because cancer is something that has been caused through the ozone layer and like what sort like pollution. I stand under correction here, but it's a result of
Cell.
basically human pollution. What's the term I'm
Okay.
looking for human?
I'll look into that though.
Nah, for real, bro.
But
for real,
but
for
my
real.
understanding also is that cancer is genetics passed down. That's
Just
why.
think about it. Think about all the reasons like, people get cancer, no? Lung cancer or whatever,
Smoking,
no?
yes.
Um,
Liver cancer, food, water, alcohol, yes.
right? All of
Throat
that, that's
cancer,
all
shouting, smoking,
You
yes.
see, all affects your cells. All
Okay,
of that.
okay.
You can naturally also get cancer in your legs because of degenerates. Now,
Another thing why Nipsey Hussle was assassinated, in my opinion, did you hear about the doctor that
The
cured
Dr.
cancer,
Sebi,
AIDS?
yeah,
Yes,
the
and
Dr.
Nipsey
Sebi.
was doing
Yeah,
something about it, and then
yeah.
you see Nick Cannon
yeah,
also wanted to do on that,
The
and
Dr.
then
Sebi
because Nick
wilding
Cannon's
out.
a bitch, he bent over to the white man and said, "Hey, I'm not gonna do it anymore."
yeah, and they canceled this show. They totally took away Wild and Out, bro.
Why did they do that? Because he was
Mm.
messing with the status quo. Cancer is $1 billion industry, and here you want to do a documentary about a guy that cures
Exactly,
cancer
bro.
and AIDS.
Like,
Of course, they're going to kill you or shut
And
you
it's
down
crazy,
somehow.
there's
And
one
that's the same
disease
thing that
that's-
happened to
there's-
Kanye.
there's-
But we need to end the podcast.
there's one.
Do you see how it's all? Hey, bro, like people say, oh, conspiracies. Wait until it's true, and then you're like, oh, he wasn't
Yeah.
totally insane.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
It's like like there's sometimes where I just feel like I'm an NPC, bro. Like I'm just this whole thing is simulated.
Oh wait.
Do you get, it's like
Yeah.
it's the shit that happens. I'm like why am I still doing this?
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
know what I mean? It's that mindset like I'm small.
I think it's the artist in you.
True, but then as artists we so ego driven as well. It's
Yeah.
we're big and we're better than everyone else. But then something happens if you do some self evaluation. You're like, no, like none of this actually. Well,
Matters.
not all of it actually matters. Like, what matters is what the value I put on something.
Crazy. Yeah, still.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, Nipsey Hussle was assassinated, so was Tupac and Biggie. And Nick
Rest in
Cannon is a
peace.
bitch,
Rest
and that's why he said no, I won't do it anymore.
And rest
But
in
props
peace,
to
Take
like
Off,
Nick
man.
Cannon as well. Like I
Yeah.
told someone that they must look at what Nick Cannon is doing and just model that, because that man is like when I saw he's a rapper, people are like no he doesn't. It's like no, the man's a rapper, but he's also a scriptwriter, producer, a host, an MC,
Businessman.
a music in like just follow him. And the thing is, him and Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav someone once asked him, yo man, why are you letting people make fun of you like that? And it's like, I'm getting paid for it. And you look at Wild 'N Out, it's like those people rip Nick Cannon apart.
Yeah, bro.
But you look at the man's bank, you look at his bank, it's like, yo, for that amount of money, I'll let my friends, because they're friends,
Yeah.
make fun of me.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and it worked, bro. Like
Yeah.
even guests just came on there and it worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's dope. Also, I think they realized the influential that show has on the black culture, so they couldn't really cancel it forever,
Yeah.
in
that's
my
what's-
opinion.
Yeah, bro.
And there's no way they're going to do another one without Nick Cannon and without the people that is on there. That's the regulars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents.
Hey yo, and that's the Danger Zone in collaboration with 3 Crown Studios, KWAAI Media, The Culture, Art by Keenan. You know what's up.
My man, shot. Oh yeah.
Go and follow the man's captions
Oh,
on
yeah.
Instagram and every other platform. Don't be a bitch ass nigga like
Oh yeah.
what's his name? Nick Cannon.
Also, it's weird how all of our videos just failed on us.
What?
Yeah, like no, like yours stopped recording, my camera stopped recording, but the audio's still going. So
Perfect.
it's weird how that
You always
just
just put clips on top of it.
yeah. I
Yeah.
probably will like anyway. So if people are wondering why it just went from video to audio, that's why.
It's all good. This is
Uh,
the danger zone. This is the first time that we are doing it in collaboration with Three Crown Studios. I gotta say big shout out to you, Broski, for allowing us to do it. And from now on, this is sort of the status quo that I wanna like the quality and the level that I'm looking to keep our podcast at.
Alright.
Dang, Broski.